Hello again. On this second day, we're going to move ahead in the Old Testament to 1 Kings to talk about compassion. Primarily in this story, it's God's compassion for one of his messengers, one of his prophets, who was getting tired, who felt threatened, who was ready to give up. And yet God provided compassionate care so that the prophet could continue his work proclaiming to the people God's compassion, God's caring, and God's love. When the kings of Israel seem to forget who they are and how God wanted them to live, God sent a prophet named Elijah to remind them. Even Elijah's name is a reminder. Eli, meaning my God, and Jah, meaning is the eternal one. So Elijah's name declared, my God is the eternal one, reminding the people that our God is the eternal one. So as a warning, because the people were forgetting how they were supposed to behave and serve the Lord, Elijah predicts a long drought where there would be no rain, and a famine where there would be no crops for food. And then both those things happened. He also performed some miracles to try and prove to the people that he spoke for God, creating enough food where there was none, and then healing a boy especially, bringing him back to life. These miracles convinced some people that God that had sent Elijah and that his words were true, but the people in power, the kings, and those around them weren't convinced. Instead of listening to Elijah's warnings and taking care of their people, the rulers felt challenged and threatened by Elijah, and they wanted him gone, either away or dead. And so that's where we come across Elijah running for his life. He journeyed for a day into the wilderness before he fell down exhausted underneath a small tree, not just from his travels, but from all the work he'd been doing and all the threats he'd been receiving. He begged God, just let it be over. I don't even want to live anymore. Why should I? I'm no better than anyone who came before me, and they're not listening to me. So he closed his eyes and fell into a deep sleep. But soon he felt a touch and heard a voice. And he opened his eyes, and there was an angel telling him, get up, have something to eat. And then he looked and saw bread warming on top of a hot coal and a pitcher of water. He ate and drank and then fell back asleep again. But not for long. He soon felt himself being shaken again with the same instruction. Get up, eat. This time the angel added, there's a long, hard road ahead of you. You're going to need your strength. Elijah did what the angel told him, and this time he felt strong again. He continued on his journey for 40 more days on the strength of that food. 40 days and 40 nights until he arrived at Mount Horeb, the place known as God's mountain, because that was the mountain where God met Moses. Remember that baby boy grown up to lead the people of Israel? That's where God gave Moses the 10 Commandments, and that's where Elijah went to find strength to continue his ministry for the Lord for many years. Hungry, angry, lonely, tired, Elijah was ready to give up. But God sent angels to care for him, to strengthen him, and to encourage him along the way, because God had compassion on Elijah so that Elijah could continue to tell the people about the God who had compassion on them. And we read the stories to be reminded about the God who has compassion and love for all of us. So don't hesitate to be compassionate and help others. And don't be afraid to receive compassionate help from others. Please take time to talk about helping with your families. Who's helped you in the past? How have you helped others in the past? Hope you have a great day, and we'll see you next time.